Hey guys! So in today's video, you guys will be learning how to get this look, which is a natural, soft looking going out look. So I hope you guys enjoy and let's get into it. So first off, I start with the Smashbox Photo Finish Oil and Shine Control Primer. And I just apply this all over my face. For foundation, I go in with the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in Snow, but the shade's just a little bit too light for me, so I mix it in with the CoverGirl and Olay foundation in Natural Beige. This one's very worn off, it's very, very old. And I do about 1.5 to 2 pumps of the Born This Way, and then add just about 1/4 of a pump of the Ageless one. And then I use a flat brush and just mix these shades together. And then just use this to apply dots across my face. And then down my neck just to blend the shades together. To spread this across my face, I use a stippling brush and just spread it across my face. So this brush basically makes lines across your face, so I just grab a beauty blender just to make sure everything's blended and smoothly. For concealer, I go in with a different one for under my eyes than on the red points of my face. For under my eyes, I use the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. Mine's in a light peach. And I just apply about 1 dot under each eye because this is very full coverage. And then for the red spots on my face, I use the Maybelline Super Stay in light. So some places where I get really red are my cheeks, so I just apply a little extra coverage to those areas. You can do the same thing if you have acne scarring or anything like that. And then I just use the same beauty blender and just blend in. And I turn the beauty blender around to blend the one under my eyes so it's just more precise and can go right into the corner. For powder, underneath my eyes, I use the CoverGirl True Blends Minerals Banana Powder, and I just take this on a beauty blender and I just bake basically under my eyes, but I do not do the whole like 20-minute bake or anything like that. I do just literally while I'm blending my face, while I'm applying the other type of powder to the rest of my face. For the rest of my face, I go in with a bigger powder brush and I just use my Marcel mineral powder. And just apply it all over the face. And then And this is when we're going to remove the banana powder under our eyes. And this is a banana powder basically brightens your under eyes, but since I'm a very fair tone, a yellow tone powder will make me look orange under the eyes if I leave it on for more than just a few minutes. So I just make sure to remove it quite quickly. So this is our base done, and now we're going to add color back into our skin. So first we obviously start with a bronzer. So mine's the Hoola bronzer by Benefit. And I take this on a slanted contour brush and just apply this to the face. Next, we're going to go into a blush. I use the Urban Decay Sin palette. This is the Afterglow palette. This is the highlighter and blush. And I go in with the shade Score, which is the shade right here. And I just take this basically just on a normal brush and just add it to the apples of my cheeks. You guys can apply more or less blush as you will. It just depends on preference. I just like a bit because my redness of my face already shows through my foundation, so I just like to use a bit of blush. And then before we add highlighter, I just like to go in just with this nice pink and white brush and just make sure the products we just applied are blended in all right. Now I like to go in with highlight. For my cheeks, I use the Milani Afterglow highlighter, and I use this on a fanning brush, and I just apply this on my cheeks. I put some onto my cheekbones, and then I apply it also up to almost look like a C. And the same thing on the other side. I like to apply a bit of a highlight onto the nose, on the bridge and the tip of it. So I go back into my Urban Decay Sin palette, and I actually use the shade Sin, which is this light highlighting shade right there. And I use the same fanning brush. And just, it gives a nice highlight to the nose. So now it's time to go into the eyes. To start off for the eyes, we're going to prime them with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. I use the shade Fair Neutral. You do not need a lot of this. I just use like one dot on both sides. And then just blend it in with my Beauty Blender. And we're just gonna set that with the Banana Powder by CoverGirl. So now we're gonna go into our Morphe X Jaclyn Hill palette, and we're gonna do a deeper eye look today. So to start off, we're gonna use Pooter, which is this one right here, and we're gonna apply this into the crease. And do the same thing with the other eye. And the extra that is left on your brush, I just run along the waterline. Then, to add a darker shade in, we use the shade Roxanne, which is the shade right here. And we're just gonna put this in the inner crease. just to darken it up. And then just to add a bit more darkness, I just like to pat it on in the outer corner of the eye just to make it darker. And then we're gonna do the same thing on the other eye. And then once again, we're gonna run it on the bottom lash line. And then before we continue, we're just gonna make sure it's all blended in. We're just gonna wipe off the excess of the first brush we used, and then we're just gonna make sure it's all blended in. And then for the middle sparkly shade, we're gonna go in with a bigger brush, flat brush though, and we're going into the shade Firework, which is this shade right here. And we're gonna spray our brush first using some Mario Rosewater spray, and just take this onto the inner part of the eye, but remaining in the middle of our eye since it is a darker shade. And now for the inner corner, we're going in with a very small brush, spraying it with some Mario Badescu Rosewater spray, and we're going to use the shade Obsessed, which is the shade right here. And this is just going to go right into the inner corner and just a bit onto the lid, just to brighten that corner. Because we want our eye to go from dark to light. And just do the same thing on the other eye. This is at the time where you guys can apply eyeliner. I'm not the biggest fan of eyeliner, so I will be not applying any today. I'm going to go right in with my mascara, which is my all-time favorite one, the Tarteist mascara, and just apply this to my upper and lower lashes. And the same thing to the other eye. And then we're gonna go on to lips. I use the MAC Velvet Teddy lipstick, and I just apply this all over the lips. Then, to make sure my lips stay moisturized during the day, I put my Smith's Rosebud Salve lip balm over top. I just put a bit on my finger. And tap it onto my lips. This also gives a glossy finish. And then we're gonna finish off by setting the face. I use the Mario Badescu Rosewater spray and just spray that across your whole face and just let it dry. And that's the complete look. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have not already, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every time I post a new upload. Thank you guys so much. See you guys next time.